Hi again. As promised, we're going to be taking a look at some algebra and how we do some problem solving. And here's the problem then. We have a girl named Jonna, and she needs to solve 40 equations for her homework. And her mom is going to give her some incentive by saying, every time you solve one of the problems correctly, I'll give you 5 crowns. But the ones that you do incorrectly, you'll have to give me 10 crowns. Now, when she's done, she's earned 20. So the question is, how many equations did she solve correctly? So we'll let this green bar here represent all 40 of the homework problems. Now, somewhere along the line, it's going to be a certain amount that she does correctly, and the rest will be incorrect. So this is how we're going to set up the problem. We're going to say the green here is what she did correctly, and we'll call that x. Now, if the whole bar is 40 and this green part is what she did correctly, the only thing that can be left is what's incorrect, the red part. And that will be 40, take away the correct, all that's left is the incorrect. So when we set that up, we're going to be able to take the next step and solve our equations just like this by putting in what we know. See, the green here, that is the number she did right, and we know that the number she did right times 5 will be the amount of money she gets from her mom. And then the red here, 40 minus x, let's pretend for a second, let's say it was, oh, she did 7 wrong. She would have to do 7 times 10 crowns to give to her mom. Now, when we just set up the equation, we'll just say 40 minus x, this will end up being a number, and it will be multiplied by 10, and that'll be what she has to give to her mom. Whereas the 5 times the x, that'll be the number of crowns she gets from her mom. All right, so let's go ahead and take the next step here then. All we're going to be doing now is multiplying in the 10 times the 40 and the 10 times the x there. Now, keep track of plus and minus for both these things. It's very easy to lose track of positive and negative signs and then do something wrong. Here you see negative 10 times 40 gives you negative 400, and then we also see that the negative 10 times negative x gives you positive 10x. It's a very common mistake to just lose track of your plus and minus. So be careful with that. All right, so let's clean things up. What we're doing now is, you see we have x terms. They're both positive. That's where the 15x comes from. And then you see that we have a negative 400 on the left side. We haven't done anything with the 20, but this negative 400 is going to go over the sign and go to this side, and then of course you change the sign of the negative 400 to positive 400. So it's the equivalent of adding positive 400 to each side of the equation, and then the negative 400 would be neutralized by the positive 400. So you can also think of it just as taking it across the equal sign and changing the sign. That's probably the easiest way to think about it. All right, once that's done, we just have one more step here. Divide both sides by 15. And so x is 28. So she did 28 problems correctly, and the rest were incorrect. So that is our answer there. She solved 28 of 40 problems and made 20 crowns to boot. All right, hope that helps. See you next time.